Hey FTMBrotherhood, what's up? It's Cale. It's week 2, and this week is all about coming out. So here I go. So I came out. The first time I ever came out as anything LGBT related. I came out as bi in middle school. Kind of by telling one of my friends that I had a crush on her. Didn't really go so well. And so I kind of let that fall on the back burner. Because I wasn't in a very queer friendly area by any means, and so I never really did anything about it. I definitely still had like bunches of crushes on girls and stuff, but I never really pursued any of them. So yeah, then I came out as gay. That actually took a while. So between 7th grade and freshman year of college, I dated a few guys. Tried really hard to blend in as straight. Just didn't feel comfortable with the role. Didn't feel comfortable being the girl in the relationship. Even though my relationships, like, I was definitely the more masculine one. I didn't like talking about my feelings. I still don't, actually. I didn't really crave the emotional support the same way that I think that some women that I know do in relationships. And so I came out as gay, and that felt really nice. It felt like I could finally be honest with myself and speak from the heart and say, I really truly love women, always have, always will. I had a really big resistance towards identifying as a lesbian, though. I definitely said it explicitly before I came out as trans, but now it just makes more sense. I'd say I don't like identifying as a lesbian because that implies that I'm a woman. And, I don't know why just saying that didn't really make a click go on, but, it took me a little while to realize that I was trans, so, I was about a year and a half into the relationship. Like a year into the relationship I'm in now. And I inadvertently came out to my girlfriend because we were talking about a trans guy, and I said, I was really jealous of how comfortable he was, and, I would love to feel that connection to my body despite knowing that, like, I had been born in a different body. And so she just kind of turned to me and she was like, "Are you coming out to me right now?" And so I was like, "Yeah, I guess I am." And kind of went from there, I guess I had all these thoughts about my gender that I never really wanted to think too hard about. I guess because, I was raised by two pretty masculine women, and so, I approached women as, you can be anywhere on that spectrum from feminine to masculine. And, in a way that actually kind of made it harder for me to come out as trans because I came out as trans, and my godmother, one of the women who raised me, was like, "I don't understand, why aren't you just a masculine woman?" And I was like, "I don't know." I'm just not. Like, it's just, that's not who I am. I'm a guy. So yeah, I guess to backpedal a bit, I came out as trans this year, in March. So that's about 10 months ago. No, in February, so that's about 10 months ago. And once I put it together, it kind of really wasn't a question for me whether or not I wanted to come out to other people. I mean, I go to Skidmore. It's a very accepting place, and like, all the friends I had were very accepting of me, and like, I looked pretty similarly to how I look now. I mean, I didn't sound the same, but like, I was still the same guy, and I was embraced as a masculine lesbian. Like, that, I'd never had a problem with that. The only problems I had with that was with my own identity and my own conflict on that. Like, I never received any negative feedback about that. Okay, that's not true. I did get negative feedback about that, but not by people that are close to me, or that I consider close anymore. And so I came out as trans to my friends, and I was pretty well received. No one was that shocked. I've always been pretty masculine, and so no one was like, that came out of nowhere, except for the adults in my life, probably because I'm not more feminine around the adults in my life, but I find that I censor my actions a lot more, and so for my parents, it was more of a wait, whoa, didn't see that coming kind of thing. And so that was kind of hard for me because I felt like, I had finally figured everything out and I'd finally figured myself out and I'd finally gone, oh, wait, I'm a guy, gone through all this self work and that I needed to justify why I felt the way I did. And I didn't like that. And, I've gotten better as time goes by justifying it. Not, I don't want to say that it needs to be justified, but like explaining my position on my gender. And so, like, in the beginning, I'd be like, yeah, I'm a guy, and people would be like, how'd you know? And I'd be like, I just feel it. And while that is still a very large part of my answer now, it's more of like, it has to do with who I am when I'm alone. Not who I am when I'm with other people, but who I am when I'm alone. And I feel the most at peace with myself when I feel as if I'm male. Anyway, so I guess, it hasn't been that easy. The coming out actual process, like, with other people has certainly been quite smooth sailing for me. Coming out for myself was a little harder. I definitely went through a period of time after I came out as trans going, why can't I just stay, as a lesbian woman? Like, my life would be easier that way. I wouldn't need to spend all this money on transitioning. Why can't I just be happy the way I am now? And I tried so hard for that kind of switch to happen the other way, for me to go back and be like, yeah, no, it's okay, I am a masculine woman. And it never did. Like, every day I wake up, I feel more comfortable as male. I feel more comfortable in my male body. I like the way I'm treated. I like the way I approach the world. And, coming out made me have to come to terms with myself. And, it was a very interesting process for me because I hadn't come out and because I identified as a woman, but I never felt that I would grow into a woman. I never really did any self-work. And so coming out for me was a huge introspective process. And I still have that process. Like, I still go through those questions in my mind. The doubts, now they're not doubts as much as just checking in and going, okay, is this still how I feel? And it is still how I feel. I still feel extraordinarily comfortable as male. And so I guess, when I came out, I didn't really, I mean, I did think about it. I did certainly think about it a lot. But I kind of just did it. I kind of just, like, all in one go. Like, I came out to all my friends, I came out on Facebook, and I came out to my parents in, like, the span of, like, a week or a week and a half. Because once I had figured myself out, I didn't want to have to hide that from everyone. It didn't feel honest, and so I wanted to fix that. So yeah, that's pretty much my coming out experience. I'm sorry it's really jumbled, and I'm also sorry it's a day late. Like, I've been mad busy with finals, and, it's the last couple of weeks, and I'm just have no free time. So yeah, I hope you like that. You found it maybe somewhat helpful or something. So, peace out.